What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope you're all doing amazing. Hey, I wanted to come on here real quick. Been a bit away, under the weather, and was thinking about it this morning. Actually, last night I logged on to Facebook. I haven't been on for a minute, one, it looks like I'm in Facebook jail, so putting this on Instagram, hopefully it goes on Facebook. But I saw a pop-up from somebody that I'm often encouraged by, and I reached out to not too long ago, I think it was around December. We went back and forth a little bit. We were supposed to hop on the phone. And then yesterday I saw a post in memory of, and then his name. And it really blew my mind, because in the personal development world is where I met him. But I met him through my son in the personal development world. And but ever since we met, like, we were friends. I mean, I would consider us friends. I mean, we definitely didn't hang out or anything, but it was somebody I got encouragement from, somebody I had a few great conversations with, had some laughs with, and talked about life. So it was pretty interesting to me to see that, because at the same time, last night at church, I was talking to my pastor, and right now I'm dealing with just a lot of things in life, and I'm sure a lot of you do too. And I was just dealing with, some stuff right now, currently in today, and is really some contentment things, and for a while now, the things that the Lord's been telling me is, you got to stay still. You got to stay still. There's been times in the past where the Lord made me stay still. It put me in a position where I had to stay still. And last night in our conversation, I was thinking about, and out of the blue, something came up, and I think the biggest thing was, and there's no context to this is just more of me thinking in my head right now of how I'm even going to discuss this, but it was a statement I said, and something that I felt in the past was, why would I go back to a place where I was hurting so much? And I think a lot of people, and I could say, just again, coming from the personal development world, spending a little bit of time in ministry, and just being a 52-year-old man that talks to people, I think a lot of people can relate to that question. Why would I go back to a place where I was hurting so much, or where I got hurt so much, or a place where I was hurt, or I got hurt, or you put your word there to complete that, but why would I go back? So therefore, it's like we live in a fight or flight world, a fight or flight life. Like, the minute we feel attacked, the minute we feel uncomfortable, we either flee or we fight. And fighting for everybody looks differently. It could be physically, it could be mentally, it could be shutting down, or it could be just running. But it's not running to begin again, it's escape to never experience again. And I think, as I was thinking about this last night and how this has played a big part of my life, I have played a role that allowed me to flee, not to get hurt, to escape, and not to go back. So I would build walls. And I think, as I put this in perspective with many situations in my life and other conversations of people that I've had, we build walls not always to keep people out, but to keep ourselves protected, to keep ourselves secure, what we feel is comfortable. And we never get to experience the life that God has given us, or what He has chosen us for. So therefore, we take a little bit of that experience because we think safety is more beneficial. So I was processing all this for a while now, but the last few conversations that I've had with my pastor have really been eye-opening to really what the Lord is doing in my life, and what he's working out in me. And that question that came up and out of the blue, why would I go back to somewhere that hurt me the most, or I was hurting the most? And it also goes to a question I asked a couple weeks ago, like, why would I go back into something to feel the same thing again? And what I've learned through that is that when we choose to go back to somewhere that we've crossed before, somewhere that hurt us, or something that hurt us, we are not going into it with the same raw emotion or the same currency of it. So it's not current. We are going into it as a healed version of ourselves. And we're not going back to endure the pain again. We're going back to see how far we've come. So last night when it hit me is like, yeah, having the conversation, it was not about hurting or pain or anything other than, here's the pattern, you know better, change it. If you want different, do different. All the things that I've been learning over the last decade are, if you want different results, make change. Everything's a choice. It's like a light switch. If you want it, turn it on. If you want the light off, turn it off. It's simple. It's just a matter of action. So last night, and I don't know if this can resonate with anybody, if this is like, whoa, this is an eye-opener for me too. But remember, if you go into a place that you've experienced hurt or pain before, or you're seeking forgiveness of some sort, forgiveness is not for them. It's to release you from the prison you're in. If you have anger towards somebody, forgiveness isn't for them. It's to release you from the prison that you're in. If you have anger issues, or you have drinking issues, or you have any kind of situation that causes you to escape, remember that you're in the fight or flight mode, and it doesn't have to be the escape. Because when we can live with those walls down and dig into our discernment and dig into the power that God has given us, the gifts that He has instilled in us, and the Holy Spirit that's in us, we can live and maneuver and navigate this world just a little bit differently. Anyways, it's Thursday. I just had some thoughts in my head, and I wanted to share them with each and every one of you. I'm going to post this in 2 videos, so I hope it helps.